Alright, we are starting Unit 4, Lesson 1, looking at an introduction to matrices and matrix operations. So what is a matrix? Matrix is just rows and columns of numbers. Alright, so let's say I have this matrix A, and we're going to put it in brackets. Alright, so this is an example of a matrix. Notice that I have 1, 2, 3 rows, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So I have 3 rows, and I have 4 columns. So we would say the dimensions of A is 3 by 4. Alright, so this is the number of rows first, and then the number, oops, that's not how you spell that, columns. The number of columns. So A, we would write 3 by 4. And so this little number down here would tell you how many rows matrix A has and how many columns matrix A has. Alright, so we can perform different operations on matrices. So first, let's just look at adding and subtracting matrices. So the first thing, if we're adding and subtracting matrices, they have to have the same exact dimensions. In order to add or subtract them together, they have to have the same exact dimensions. So let's say A is this matrix, 3, 4, 5, 0, negative 1, 2, and B is the matrix 0, negative 3, 7, 4, negative 2, 6. So this matrix, matrix A, it has 2 rows and it has 1, 2, 3 columns, so it's a 2 by 3. And let's look at B. It has the same dimensions. It has 1, 2 rows and 1, 2, 3 columns, so B is a 2 by 3 as well. So we can add and subtract these two matrices together. So A plus B. If we're going to add two matrices together, then we're just going to look at the numbers that are in the same location. So the 3 is in the first row in the first column, and we'll add that to the number that's in the first row and first column of B. So we're going to have 3 plus 0, which gives me 3. And we're going to do the same for all the numbers. So 4 plus negative 3 is positive 1. 5 plus 7 gives me 12. And then come down to the second row, 0 plus 4 gives me 4. Negative 1 plus negative 2 gives me negative 3. And 2 plus 6 gives me 8. So when we're adding matrices, we're just going to do add the corresponding numbers, the ones that are in the same exact position. Same row, same column, same row, same column, same row, same column. Same exact thing with subtraction. So let's do A minus B. So I would do same thing, but now I'm just going to be subtracting. So 3 minus 0 still gives me 3. 4 minus negative 3. 4 minus negative 3 gives me 7. 5 minus 7 gives me negative 2. Now come down to the second row. First column, 0 minus 4 gives me negative 4. Negative 1 minus negative 2 means -1 plus 2, which is +1. And then 2 minus 6 gives me -4. And so we can add and subtract our matrices. Just remember they have to have the same exact dimensions, and then we'll add and subtract the corresponding pieces, the numbers that are in the same position. All right? If you have questions, ask.